Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. In today's video, let us solve all the exercise questions of your chapter 3 NCERT exercise questions of the third chapter, which is pair of linear equations in two variables. So there are three exercises and all the three have got a variety of questions. So today let us start with exercise 3.1. The very first question is form the pair of linear equations in the following problems. You have to form the pair of linear equations and find their solutions graphically. The first question is, there are two questions under this. The first question is, 10 students of class 10th took part in a mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. So you have to form a pair of linear equations. So whenever you have linear equations, you will have variables in them, and in our syllabus you have got two variables. So whatever you have to find, that is find the number of boys and the number of girls. So you have to take this as a variable. So let's get started. So the solution will be, let the number of girls be denoted by x, which we have to find using graphical method, and let the number of boys be y. How many students are there in total? The very first sentence says 10 students of class 10. So the total number of students is nothing but 10. So x plus y will be equal to 10. This is your first equation. And the second equation is, if the number of girls is nothing but x. Okay. If x, the number of girls, x is nothing but 4 more than the number of boys. X is 4 more than means plus 4. The number of boys, how have we denoted the number of boys? As y. So x is nothing but y plus 4, right? X, number of girls is x, is nothing but equal to 4 more than means plus 4. The number of boys is y. So this is how you form a linear equation. So let this be your second equation. Now you have to solve it graphically. Now in order to solve the graph, let us first find out the points here, right? So here minimum 2 points are needed. Okay, so x and y, let me take x and y. So if suppose your x is nothing but 5, for example, what will be y here? If x is 5 plus y equal to 10, then y is also equal to 5. So this is your first point in order to draw the straight line graph which this particular equation will be representing. Okay, and the second one is, suppose you are taking your x is nothing but 6. Suppose x is 6, then 6 plus y equal to 10. What will be your y? Y will be 10 minus 6, which is nothing but 4. Okay, so 2 points are sufficient for you to plot or draw a straight line, and that straight line is nothing but, it is this equation that you are drawing as a straight line. Okay, so straight line graph is representing this particular linear equation. Now let's move on to the second equation, that is x equal to y plus 4. X is equal to y plus 4. This is your second equation. Now let us find out the points x comma y. Suppose your y is 0. What will be x? X will be 0 plus 4, which is nothing but 4, right? This is one of the point. Suppose if y is minus 2, what will be your x? X will be 4 minus 2, which is plus 2. So this is your second point. So I think 2 points are sufficient. Now let us plot it. Now let's draw it. For the first equation, the points are 5 comma 5 and 6 comma 4. It's always x comma y. Let's plot it. So 5 comma 5, where will it be? Let me change the color. 5 comma 5. So here you have 5. 5 comma 5 is here. 6 comma 4 is nothing but 6 comma 4 is here. And let me draw a straight line joining the 2 points. Okay, so this is the straight line. And above that line, I have to write what equation is represented by that straight line. Which equation is that? It is x plus y equal to 10. Write that equation as it is. Now let's go on to the second equation, that is x equal to y plus 4. 4 comma 0 is the first point. So here it is 4 comma 0 and 2 comma minus 2. So 2 comma minus 2 is here. So let's draw a straight line joining the 2 points. This is the straight line joining the 2 points. Let me just make it proper. Okay, so here this is your straight line, and here also let me just change it and make it more accurate. Yeah, now it's correct. Okay, so let me write what is that equation. The second equation is nothing but x equal to y plus 4. So x is equal to your x is equal to y plus 4. This is the second equation. And where do these two lines intersect? That's your solution. Where do they intersect? They intersect at 7 comma 3. So 7 comma 3 is this point. Can you see this? 7 and 3. So this is the point where both the lines intersect, and that point of intersection is the solution of the equation. So you can write down, therefore it is observed that the lines intersect at 7 comma 3. Okay, therefore x equal to 7 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of the equation, is the solution of this pair of equations. So therefore what is x? The number of girls. Therefore the number of girls is nothing but 7, and the number of boys which we assumed initially as y, yeah, number of boys is taken as y, so number of boys will be 3. Number of boys is equal to 3. This is your final answer. So it would have been much easier to do it in an algebraic way. In case if you're asked the same question, and if you're only given the question and not specified how do you have to solve it, you can use the most convenient way of doing by either substitution or elimination method. And either ways, whichever way you solve, you'll still be getting the same answer. Okay, so this is your first question. Now let's move on to the second. The question is 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50, whereas 7 pencils and 5 pens together cost rupees 46. Find the cost of 1 pencil and 1 pen. Whatever you have to find, that is what you have to take it as your variable. So we can write, let the cost of 1 pen, let the cost of 1 pen be rupees X and cost of 1 pencil be rupees Y. Right? Now form the linear equation. What is it? If 1 pencil is rupees Y, how much will be 5 pencils? It will be 5Y plus 7x is equal to rupees 50. And what is the second equation? 7 pencils means 7y plus 5x is equal to 46. So you have formed a pair of linear equations. Now you have to go ahead and solve it. So the first one is nothing but 7x plus 5y equal to 50, and the second one is 5x plus 7y equal to 46. Okay, now for the first point, we have to again as usual find the at least minimum 2 points in order to draw the straight line graph. Okay, so here let it be your x and this is your y. For the first one, if your x is 0, what will be your y? Y will be 50. See here, if x is 0, this entire terms becomes 0. So 5y equal to 50, y is equal to 10. This is your first point. And second point is, if y is equal to 3, for example, if y is equal to 3, what will you get? 7x is equal to 50 minus 15, which is 35. So 7x equal to 35, x is equal to 5. So the point is nothing but 5 comma 3. Similarly, over there, x comma y, let's take few points. Suppose your x is 5. What will you get? What will be your, so 25 plus 7y equal to 46. 7y equal to 46 minus 25, which is 21. So y will be 21 divided by 7, which is 3. So here y will be 3. And another point can be, suppose if your x is nothing but minus 2, for example, then what will you have? If x is minus 2, then minus 10 plus 7y equal to 46. So 7y equal to 46 plus 10, 56. So y equal to 56 divided by 7. 8 sevens are 56. So it is 8. Again, let's go ahead and draw the straight line graph which are represented by these equations, okay, which can represent these equations. So first let me again change the color. So the first point is 0. So this is your point 0, 0 comma 10. Okay, so this is the point 0 comma 10. And the second one is 5 comma 3. So here you have your 5 comma 3. Right, let me draw a straight line joining the 2 points, because you can probably take another point as well. So this is your straight line graph. Okay. Now, on top of the line, what should you write here? As I told you, 7x plus 5y equal to 50. You should always make sure you write the equation. The second, for the second equation, the points are again 5 comma 3. So again, this is also 5 comma 3 and minus 2 comma 8. So minus 2 comma 8 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So minus 2 comma 8. Right. Now again, let me draw the line joining the two. Okay, I hope it is clear. And again, I'll write the equation above. So this is nothing but your 5x plus 7y equal to 46 is represented by this blue straight line. And the 2 points meet at, where do they meet? They meet at 5 comma 3. So the point of intersection is 5 comma 3. Okay, so you can write, therefore, it is observed that lines intersect at 5 comma 3. Therefore, x is equal to 5 and y equal to 3 is the solution of this particular pair of equation. Okay, and what did we assume as x? X is the cost of 1 pen. Okay, you can write, therefore, the cost of 1 pen is equal to rupees 5 and the cost of 1 pencil is nothing but rupees 3, which is rupees y, right? Y is equal to 3. So that's your answer. This is your final answer. Again, it's very, very easy to solve it graphically as well. But the only time consuming part is for you to think of those x and y values. Make sure they are small and plottable. Okay, do not go for higher values of x and y. And it is preferred that you don't have any decimal points or fractions when you're finding it out. Right? So here is the graph, and using graph we have found the solution, which is nothing but the point of intersection. Now let's move on to the next question. Right? Here. Okay. So the second question is, on comparing the ratios A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2, find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equations intersect at a point, are parallel, or are coincident. Let's take the first equation and do it. Okay. So here the first equation is nothing but the pair of equations 5x minus 4y plus 8 equal to 0. And the second equation is 7x plus 6y minus 9 equal to 0. So let's take what is your a1 by a2. a1 is nothing but this is your a1, coefficient of x in the first equation. This is your b1 and c1. a2, b2, c2. Okay, so you have to compare it with the standard form of the linear equations in two variables, which is nothing but a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. This is the standard form. So when you compare them, what do you get your a1 by a2? a1 by a2 is nothing but 5 by 7, right? What is your b1 by b2? The coefficient of y in the first divided by coefficient of y in the second one, which is nothing but minus 4 by 6. So here you can cancel it with 2. So this becomes minus 2 by 3. Now, you do not need to essentially find out C1 by C2, but still if you want, you can write what is your C1 by C2? It's nothing but 8 by minus 9 or minus 8 by 9, just for the sake of writing. But here the conclusion is a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Whenever you have a situation wherein your a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, here that means it is a unique solution. It's a scenario for unique solution and the lines intersect at a point. So here you can write, so since a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, therefore the lines which are representing this particular pair of linear equations, the lines intersect at a point. Okay, the lines will intersect at a point. This is what you will conclude whenever you have a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. This is how you have to do it, right? Okay, so in this particular scenario, you should remember that the pair of linear equation will have only one solution, or you can say unique solution, although it's not asked, but we should know. Okay, and whenever it has a solution, you can call the system as a consistent system. Because it has a solution, it is called as consistent system. This is just for your information that I have written it, but the main part is you have to just identify using the values of the ratio that you are getting whether the lines intersect at a point, are the lines parallel to each other, or are they coincident. So the first question, we have found that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, hence lines intersect at a point. That's all you have to do. Now let's move on to the second question. Okay, here also we have to again take your a1 by a2. So what do you get? a1 by a2 is nothing but 9 by 18. And what is 9 by 18 when you simplify, reduce it further? 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 8. So it's nothing but 1 by 2. Okay, what is your b1 by b2? It's 3 by 6. Again, it's nothing but 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 1 by 2. And what's your C1 by C2 ratio? It is 12 divided by 24. Again, it is 1 by 2. So here, therefore, what you get is A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. That is also equal to C1 by C2. Whenever all the three ratios are the same, are equal, that means the lines are coincident or they overlap each other. Okay. So for our second pair, we will say that here, therefore, the lines are coincident. What do you mean by coincident? That means they lie one over the other. And what kind of a solution will you have when your lines are coincident or when they are overlapping one over the other? You will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, you will have infinitely many solution, not just one solution. You will have many values of x and y which can fit both these equations which are given to you. Many more than one or two pairs of sets of x and y which will satisfy both the given pairs of equation. Okay, so this is what you have to learn. And when you draw it graphically, both the lines will intersect each other. I'm sorry, both the lines will coincide, overlap with each other. Okay. Now let's move on to the third question. What is the third question here? So the third question is, again, we have to do it the same way. Let's take the ratios. A1 by A2. What's A1 by A2? 6 divided by 2, which is nothing but 3. What is B1 by B2? Minus 3 divided by minus 1, which is again 3. Now let's go to the C1 by C2 ratio. C1 by C2 is nothing but 10 divided by 9. So therefore, what do you get? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but this is not equal to C1 by C2. So this is a scenario wherein the lines are parallel. You can write, therefore, the lines are parallel to each other. Here the lines are parallel, and in the bracket you can write they will not have any solution. The system is inconsistent. It's an inconsistent system. It does not have any solution at all. Okay, these are the three scenarios. Let me repeat it again. The first scenario, where whenever you have your A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, it has unique solution, system is consistent, and the lines will intersect at one point. It will be like this. In the second scenario, wherein A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, that's also equal to C1 by C2. In this case, the lines will overlap, or they are coincident over each other. It will have infinitely many solutions. And here also, the system is consistent. We can also say that the system is dependent on each other. Each equation is dependent on the other. And the third scenario is wherein you are getting A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but that's not equal to C1 by C2. In that case, here you cannot get any specific x and y values which will satisfy both the equations, these two. So here the lines are parallel, they will not have any solution, and the system is inconsistent. Okay. So these are the three things that we just now did. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, here the next question is, yeah, on comparing the ratios, the same way we'll have to do A1 by A2, B1 by B2, and C1 by C2. Find out whether the following pair of equations are consistent or inconsistent. As I discussed in the previous one, okay, whenever you have the first two ratios not equal, then the system is consistent. If all the three ratios are equal, again it's consistent. But if the first two ratios are equal and that's not equal to C1 by C2, then it's inconsistent. So let's find out. For the first equation, let's do it. Okay, for the first pair, you just have to find out whether the pair of linear equations are consistent or not consistent. That's all you have to find out using the ratios. So let's do the first question, that is 3x plus 2y equal to 5, and the second equation is 2x minus 3y equal to 7. So what's your A1 by A2? It's 3 by 2. What's your B1 by B2? It's nothing but 2 divided by minus 3. What do you find here? A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. Yeah, you need not calculate C1 by C2. So C1 by C2 will be minus 5 by minus 7 or 5 by 7. So the minute the first two ratios are not equal, that means it's a scenario wherein you have unique solutions. The lines will intersect at a point, but what is asked is to find out whether they are consistent. So here you can write down that, so this is a condition that satisfies for unique solution. It will have unique solution. The lines will intersect at a point, at one point. So this is just for your knowledge. And the system is consistent. And the system is said to be consistent. So this is something which you have to remember it, all the three. Right? This is your answer. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. So the second question is, you have to take the ratios. So you are given, say, I hope you understood the previous one. Please do make a note of it. NCERT, each and every question of NCERT, you can take it as a learning. You have to learn something out of each of the questions. Please practice it. It's very much needed that you practice all of these NCERT exercise questions. Okay, so the second one is nothing but 2x minus 3y equal to 8 and 4x minus 6y equal to 9. Let's take the ratios. What's your A1 by A2? Will be 2 by 4, which will be 1 by 2. What's your B1 by B2? You'll be getting it as minus 3 by minus 6, which is again equal to 1 by 2. And what will be your C1 by C2? Will be equal to 8 by 9 or minus 8 by minus 9 if you're taking your 8 and 9 to LHS side. So I will write it as 8 by 9. Now what do you observe? You will observe that here A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but this is not equal to C1 by C2 is what you have found out with the ratios. So here this is a condition of no solution, right? This here the lines will be parallel. They will not have any solution, no solution, and the system is inconsistent. The system is inconsistent. So this is your final answer. Okay, so whenever the first two ratios are equal and that's not equal to the third one, there will not be any possible solutions. The lines are parallel to each other and the pair of linear equations will be highly inconsistent. Okay, so this is your second one. Let's move on to the third question. So the third question is, again, let's take the ratio. So you're given the first equation is 3 by 2x plus 5 by 3y equal to 7. And 9x minus 10y equal to 14. Let's take A1 by A2. A1 by A2 will be 3 by 2 whole divided by 9. So which is nothing but 3 divided by, so 3 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 9. Again, so this is nothing but 1 by 6. Okay, so what is your B1 by B2? 5 by 3 divided by minus 10. Remember the sign. So this is nothing but 5 by 3 multiplied by 1 by minus 10. Again, here it is minus 1 by 6 is what you are getting. So here itself you will see A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. This is what we have found. And when the two ratios are not equal, that means it has unique solution. It has unique solution. And how will the system be? What are you asked? You are asked to find whether they are consistent or not consistent. So it is unique solutions. The lines will intersect at the point and the system is consistent. The system is consistent. This is what you have to write. Okay. That's all. So this is your third question. Just take the ratios and identify if the system is consistent or not consistent. Now the next question. I think you have one more, right? So the fourth question is nothing but similar. You have to do it the same way. So let's do it. 5x minus 3y equal to 11 minus 10x plus 6y equal to minus 22. Let's take what is your A1 by A2 ratio. It is 5 by minus 10, which is nothing but minus 1 by 2. What's your b1 by b2? Just take the coefficients of y. Minus 3 by divided by 6. So minus 3 by 6, which is nothing but minus 1 by 2. So here you are seeing both first two ratios are equal. What is your c1 by c2? Here you will be getting 11 divided by minus 22. Again you are getting minus 1 by 2. So what do you observe? Therefore, here you have a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, and that is equal to c1 by c2. So here the lines will coincide. So you can write here the lines will coincide over each other, or they'll be coincident. Okay, they'll coincide or will be coincident. Right? And how many solutions will it have? It will have infinitely many solutions. Okay, infinitely many solution. And if it has infinitely many solution, the system is said to be consistent. It will be consistent system. So this is what you have to finally write. Okay, depending on the ratios, you will have to identify whether the system will have a solution, or if will not have any solution, then it is, if there is no solution at all, only then it is inconsistent. Okay, hope you understood. So we have done 4 questions in this. Okay, there is another question. Okay, 5th question. Let's do the 5th question the same way. Okay. Okay, so the 5th question is nothing but again the same way. So 4 by 3x plus 2y equal to 8. And the second one is 2x plus 3y equal to 12. Let's take the ratios. A1 by A2 is equal to 4 by 3 whole divided by 2. So which is nothing but 4 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 2. So you can get cancelled, which is nothing but 2 by 3. What's your B1 by B2 ratio? Again 2 by 3. What's your C1 by C2? It's nothing but 8 by 12. So 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are, this is also 2 by 3. Again, what can I write? Therefore, I can write A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2. This is also equal to C1 by C2. So here the lines will be coincident. The lines will be coincident. Coincident lines. That means overlapping lines. It will have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. And how about the consistency? The system will be consistent. The system will be, you can write, the system will be consistent. Okay, whenever it has unique solution or many solution, the system will be consistent. Okay, let me write it correctly. Is the spelling consistent? ENT. I hope you understood. Okay, so you have to practice more and more questions and remember these conditions. Okay, for unique solution, for infinitely many solution, and for no solution. Okay, so we are done with 3 questions. Now let's go ahead and do the 4th one. Okay, so what's the 4th one here? The question is, which of the following pairs of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent? Very similar to what we just saw. And if it is consistent, you have to obtain the solution graphically. First of all, let us take the first question the same way. Okay, earlier we saw, right, using the ratios we will just find if it is consistent or inconsistent. If we find, or if we get that the system is consistent, you have to obtain the solution graphically. Okay, here. So what is the first thing? X plus y equal to 5. And the second one, 2x plus 2y equal to 10. So if you take 2 common out, what do you get? X plus y equal to 10, and then x plus y equal to 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So both the lines are the same, isn't it? So here what do you get? This is your equation 1. This is your second equation. What do you see here? A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. It's all the same, isn't it? So A1 is 1, A2 is 1, B1 is 1, B2 is 1, C1 and C2 is 5, 5 each. So whenever all the three ratios are equal, what is the condition? That is, the lines will be coincident. The lines will be coincident. It will have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. And the system will be consistent. The system will be consistent. But what are you asked? You are asked, if it is consistent, you have to plot it. Correct? So let's go ahead and find the points. So, right? So what is the equation? X plus y equal to 5. Okay. So let's take for different values of x and y. Okay. So suppose if your x is 0, what will be your y? Y will be 5, right? If your x is 2, for example, what will be your y? Y will be 5 minus 2, which is 3. Let's take some more points. Okay. Let me get a few more points. Suppose if your y is equal to 1, what will be your x? X will be 5 minus 1, which is 4. Right? So let's go ahead and plot it. And both the lines are the same. So it's nothing but two lines, two same lines, right? So let us go ahead and plot it. The first line is 0, 5. Where is this is 0? 0, 5 is this 3, 4, 5. Okay, 0, 5. 2, 3 is 2, 3. 1 and then 1, 4 is here. So let's draw a straight line passing through the 3 points. Okay, and let's write what is the equation. X plus y equal to 5. Now here if you see, let me write the points also. So first point is 0, 5. Here it is nothing but 1, 2, 3. 4, 1 is another point. Okay, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here I think I made a mistake here. There is no point here, right? 2, 3 is another point. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 1 is another point. But again, see 1, 4 is also another point. Okay, whatever points are lying here, 3, 2, all of these are solutions, right? Which means what? It has infinitely every point in this line, every other point. So for example, it's minus 1, 6, minus 2, 7, right? 0, 5. 1, 4, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 1, 5, 0. All of these are solutions. So how many solutions are there? What do you observe? The lines are overlapping, right? So first line is also the same line, second line is also the same line. The lines are overlapping. All these lines are coincident. It has infinitely many solutions. Many solutions are there, right? More than one solutions are there. So wherever all the points through which this line passes through, all of them are solutions. So that's why we say infinitely many solutions. Okay, so that's all about it. Okay. So you can write possibly as an answer, you can write, what can you write? 0, 5, 2, 3, and then 1, what is 1, 4, right? And then 3, 2, all of these are the solutions of the equation. These are all solutions of the given pair of linear equation. Infinitely many solutions. Okay. It has infinitely many solutions. Okay. This is your final answer. I hope you understood. Now let's move on to the second question. Here, x minus y equal to 8 and 3x minus 3y equal to 16. So what is your a1 by a2? a1 by 8 is 1 by 3. What's your b1 by b2? It is nothing but minus 1 by minus 3, again equal to 1 by 3. But your c1 by c2 is nothing but 8 by 16, which is nothing but 1 divided by 2. So what do you observe here? We can say that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but this is not equal to c1 by c2. So this is a condition wherein it has no solution. Okay, the no solution is one thing that you can say. What can you say about the lines? The lines will be parallel. The lines are parallel. And will the system be consistent or inconsistent? The system will be inconsistent. So these are the scenarios that you have to remember. Okay. So that's your second question. Now let's move on to the third one. Okay. We'll do it the same way. So the question is 2x plus y equal to 6 and then 4x minus 2y equal to 4. So what's your a1 by a2? It's 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. What's your b1 by b2 ratio? It is nothing but 1 divided by minus 2. So here itself you are getting a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Therefore, it is unique solution. Okay, it's unique. It has a unique solution. The lines intersect at a point. So you have intersecting lines. And how is the consistency of the system? The system is said to be consistent. Right? But in the question you are said, if it is consistent, you have to obtain the solution graphically. So let's obtain the solution graphically. So you have your 2x plus y equal to 6. Right? And the second equation is nothing but 4x minus 2y equal to 4. So for different values of x and y, we have to find the points x comma y. Okay. So for the first one, if your x is equal to 0, what is your y? Y will be 6. If your x is equal to, what can I take? Yeah, if your x is 1, in that case, what will be your y? It will be 2 into 1. 2 plus y equal to 6. Y will be 6 minus 2, which is 4. Okay. And coming to the second one, that is 4x minus 2y equal to 4. So let's take x comma y. Again, here also we will take, suppose if your y is equal to 0, 4x equal to 4, x equal to 1. Again, if your y is 2, in that case, what will you get? So 4x minus 4 equal to 4. So you'll have 4x equal to 4 plus 4, 8. X equal to, again, 8 divided by 4, which is 2. I think 2 points are sufficient. Let's go ahead and draw it. Okay, so the first point is 0, comma 6. So 0, comma 6 is here. 0, comma 6 and then 1, comma 4 is here. This is your first equation. So let's draw it. This is your first line. Okay, and let me write the equation. What is the equation? 2x plus y equal to, so 2x plus y equal to 6. This is your first line. The second one is 1 comma 0. Okay, so where is 1 comma 0 is here and 2 comma 2 is this point. Again, let me draw a straight line passing through these 2 points. So here is the line. Right? And then again, I'll be writing the equation which is 4x minus 2y equal to 4. And where does it intersect? It intersects at the point 1 comma 2. This is the point of intersection. Okay. Is it 1 comma 2 or 2 comma? It's 2 comma 2. Yeah, here it's 2 comma 2. Okay. So what is the solution of this? So therefore you can write, therefore the lines intersect at 2 comma 2. Therefore the solution is x equal to 2 and y equal to 2 are the solutions. Are the solutions of this specific pair of linear equation. Okay, so you have solved it. You have found that it is consistent and you have solved it graphically. So you can see here 2 comma 2, right? So that's the point of intersection. Now moving on to the fourth one. Again, let's do it the same way. So 2x minus 2y equal to 2 and 4x minus 4y equal to 5. So if you take the ratios, what do you get? A1 by A2? It is 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. What is your B1 by B2? Minus will get cancelled again. It's B2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. And your C1 by C2, which is nothing but 2 by 5. So what do you get here? Therefore, you will get that A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, but this is not equal to C1 by C2. So therefore, here it is inconsistent. Okay, here the system is inconsistent. And the lines will be parallel to each other, and there cannot be any possible solution, so no solution. This is what you have to write. Is this clear? Okay, now then moving on to the fifth question. Okay, half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meters more than its width is 36 meter. Find the dimension of the rectangle. So first of all, let me draw a rectangle. So here let the length be L, let the width be your B. Okay, so you can write what is given here. Let's write what is given. You have to find the dimension. So let the length of the garden be L and the width or the breadth of the rectangular garden be B. What is your perimeter formula? 2 multiplied by L plus B. It's 2L plus 2B. So 2 multiplied by L plus B. What is given? Half the perimeter of the rectangular garden whose length is L is equal to 4 more than the breadth. Okay, and you are given that half of the perimeter. What is the perimeter? Let it be capital P is equal to 36. So let's substitute half multiplied by 2 into L plus B is equal to 36. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So you'll be getting L plus B equal to 36. This is your second equation. The first equation is L minus B equal to 4. This is your first equation. So let's solve 1 and 2. What do you get? Just add them. L minus B equal to 4. L plus B is equal to 36. B gets cancelled. So you will have 2L equal to 40 and L is equal to 20. So the length of the garden is, or the rectangular garden is 20. Just put in any of the equations. So let's put L equal to 20 in equation 1. So what do you get? 20 minus B equal to 4 minus B equal to 4 minus 20, which is nothing but minus 16. Therefore, B is equal to 16. Okay, so you can write finally, therefore, the length of the garden is equal to 20. Is there a unit given? It's meters. So 20 meters. And the width of the garden is equal to 16 meters. Okay, that's your final answer. Right? Now let's move on to the sixth question. Okay, so you are given the linear equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. Write another linear equation in two variables such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting lines. Now, the very first thing is for intersecting lines, for the intersecting lines, what is the condition? You should know the condition, that is a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. Right? So you are given already the first condition. You are already given the linear equation. You are given the first equation, that is 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. So what can I write in place of a2? So 2 divided by something should not be equal to b1. Okay, so this is your a1, b1, c1. Okay, but we are only focusing on a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. So 3 divided by what? What can I write in place of 2? So if I can write here 2 by 2 should not be equal to, I can write 3 by 9. Right? In this case also, I will be getting what? It will satisfy the condition for intersecting lines. That is a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. You have to write another linear equation. So you can write another linear equation would be, what can it be? 2x plus 9y minus 14. Any number you can write equal to 0 can be your another linear equation such that the representation as a pair. Okay, with respect to the given equation, you are also forming another new equation which satisfies the condition for intersecting lines. So here also, if you take the 2, a1 by a2 will not be equal to b1 by b2. Therefore, it is intersecting. Now, let's move on to the second one. Okay, for second one is nothing but for parallel lines. So, for parallel lines, what is the condition for parallel lines? a1 by a2 can be equal to b1 by b2, but it cannot be equal to c1 by c2. Right? So, for the given pair of, for the given linear equation, we have to find a pair of it, right? So this is given. Let me also write the same. Okay, so 2 is equal to 3 divided by something should not be equal to minus 8 by whatever. Okay, so here I can write, what can I write? 2 divided by 4 can be equal, this is 1 by 2. So 3 divided by 6 again equal to 1 by 2, but it cannot be equal to minus 8 divided by minus 8. So here it will be 1. Okay, so this can be another equation. Now moving on to the third one. What is the third question? For coincident lines. So for coincident lines, all the three ratios have to be equal. So this is the given one. Again, let me write the condition first of all. a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 and this should be equal to c1 by c2. So the first one is 2 divided by should be equal to 3 divided by some variable y should be equal to minus 8 divided. So you can multiply it with 2. So it's 2 to 4, 3 2s are 6. Minus 8 into 2 it's minus 16. So if you take the ratios, it will all be 1 by 2. Okay, so here it is going to meet the condition which is coincident. Is it clear? Okay, so you just have to come up with another. So make sure you understand this particular, condition. What is the condition for coincident line? What is the condition for parallel lines? And what is the condition for intersecting lines? If these three things are known to you, you can do a lot of problems. Okay, then the last question of your exercise 3.1. Draw the graphs of the equation x minus 1, x minus y plus 1 equal to 0, 3x plus 2y minus 12. Determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis and shade the triangular region. Again, a very, very good question. Let's do it. Okay, so the first thing is x minus y. I can write it as equal to minus 1. Okay, so x and y. Let us find some points for the first line. And the second line is 3x plus 2y equal to 12. So again, let us find out some points for x and y. Okay. So the first one is, if x is equal to 0, what will be y? Y will be 1. Right? If x is equal to 1, in that case, what will have? 1 minus y equal to minus 1. So you'll have minus 2 that side, minus y. So here will be y equal to 2. If y is equal to 0, suppose if your y is 0, what will be your x? X will be minus 1. So we have got 3 points. On the other side, here, if your x is 0, what will be your y? Y will be 2y equal to 12, y will be 6. If your y is 0, x will be 4. 3x equal to 12, x equal to 12 by 3, which is 4. And then if your if your y is 3, 3x equal and x equal to 2, 2 comma 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot these 2 points. So first line is 0 comma 1. Let me plot it. 0 comma 1. So 0 comma 1 is here. Okay, and then 1 comma 2. 1 comma 2 is here, and then minus 1 comma 0. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw a straight line which is joining all these 3 points. So this is your first line. So what is the equation of the line? X minus y equal to minus 1. What is the second line equation? The point 0 comma 6. So 0 comma 6 is somewhere here, and then 4 comma 0 is here, and then 2 comma 3 is here. Again, let me draw a straight line. And write the equation which is being represented by that straight line, 3x plus 2y equal to 12. Where do the lines intersect? The lines intersect at 2 comma 3. Okay, so we can write down that the lines intersect at 2 comma 3. That's the first thing. And what is the question asked? Determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by this line. So what are the vertices? See, the first, this is one of the vertex, right? This is the other one. Which is the other one? 3 vertices. So this is one vertex. Second vertex is minus 1 comma 0, and the third one is 4 comma 0. Is it clear? So you can write down the vertices of the triangle. So write down, therefore the vertices of the triangle formed are number 1, 2 comma 3, minus 1 comma 0, and the third point is 4 comma 0. Okay, and you have to shade it. Okay, you can probably use a good color and shade these. Can you see this? So this is the triangle which is formed. You have to shade that triangle. So that's all for your exercise 3.1, 7 questions, and all of them are very, very important. Make sure you're doing it. Exercise 3.2 of your NCERT chapter 3, which is pair of linear equations in 2 variable. I have already covered and solved your first exercise 3.1. Do check it out if you haven't. So today we will be doing exercise 3.2. The very first question is, solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution method. So you have got 6 questions, and all the 6 questions have to be solved using substitution method. Okay, so let's get started with the first question. You are given x plus y equal to 14, x minus y equal to 4 using substitution method. So let the first equation be equation 1. Let the second equation be equation 2. So from equation 1, we can write x in terms of y, which is x is equal to 14 minus y. Now let this be equation 3. Okay, you can take any one of the equation. You can even write the second, you can take the second equation and write x in terms of y. Okay, now substitute or put equation 3 in equation 2, because you have taken the equation 3 from equation 1, so we will substitute it in equation 2. Okay, what is equation 2? X minus y equal to 4. What is x here? In place of x, you will be writing 14 minus y equal to 4. So what is it? 14, open the bracket, minus y is minus 2y equal to 4. So you have got minus 2y equal to 4 minus 14, which is minus 10. Negative signs on either sides get cancelled. So y is equal to 10 divided by 2, which is nothing but 5. Okay, now you can put y is equal to 5 in equation 3. In equation 3. So what do you get? X is equal to 14. Equation 3 is nothing but x equal to 14 minus y. So in place of y, I'll write 5. What is 14 minus 5? It is 9. So therefore, you can write finally x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5 is the final solution. Okay, so this is how we have to do the substitution method. Okay, you have to take any one of the equation, choose any one easier, simpler linear equation, write x in terms of y and substitute in the other one. And then get your variable y, put it in 3, get your x value. So it's very, very easy. Let's move on to the second question. Yeah, here it's given in terms of the variables r, s and t. Okay, as usual, I will be marking the first equation, that is s minus t equal to 3 as equation 1, s by 3 plus t by 2 equal to 6 as equation 2. So the equation 1 looks much simpler. So from equation 1, I can write s in terms of t. So s is equal to 3 plus t. So this will be equation number 3. And then you can substitute in equation 2. So in place of s, what do I write? 3 plus t whole divided by 3 plus t by 2 is equal to 6. Take the LCM. LCM is 6. So 3 2s are 6. So 2 multiplied by the numerator, 3 plus t, plus 2 multiplied by what will give you 6? 2 multiplied by 3. So this 3 has to be multiplied with the numerator. So it's 3t is equal to 6. Cross multiply. What do you get? When you cross multiply and also solve, open the brackets here. So in the numerator, you'll have 2 into 3, 6 plus 2t plus 3t equal to cross multiply. 6 goes to the numerator. 6 6 are 36. Okay, so 2 plus 3. So 6 plus 5t is equal to 36. 5t equal to 36 minus 6, which is 30. Therefore, t is equal to 30 divided by 5, which is 6. So therefore, t equal to 6. Now, put t equal to 6 in equation 3. Can put t equal to 6 in equation 3. What is your equation 3? S equal to 3 plus 3. Yeah, S is equal to 3 plus t. Here you can just put the value. So 3 plus, what is the value of t that we just got? 6. So what is 3 plus 6? It is 9. So therefore, S is equal to 9. So this is the solution. What do you mean by finding the solution to a pair of linear equations or to a system of linear equation? That means whenever you are asked to solve, that means you have to find the variable value which satisfies both the given pair of linear equations. So here we have got S is equal to 6 and T equal to 6. Both are 6 respectively. No, S is equal to 9 here. S is equal to 9. Right? 6 plus 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. So S equal to 9 and T equal to 6. These are the final values. And this we are specifically using the substitution method in order to get to the solution. Moving on to the third question. 3x minus y equal to 3 and 9x minus 3y equal to 9. As usual, let the first one be equation 1, let the second be equation 2, right? So, from equation 1, I can write what is your y. So, if see here, y goes to the RHS side to become plus y. 3 comes to the LHS, so it will become minus 3. So, what is it? Y is equal to 3x minus 3. Let this be your equation 3. Now, substitute in equation 2. So, when you substitute, what do you get? 9x plus 9x minus 3y. In place of y, I can write it as 3x minus 3 is equal to 9. Solve it, open the brackets. So, you will have 9x minus 9x plus 3. 3 3s are 9 is equal to 9. Again, 9 plus 9x and minus 9x gets cancelled and you are getting 9 is equal to 9. Always remember, whenever one of the variable, here x itself is getting cancelled. So, whenever one variable gets cancelled, that means this pair of linear equation has infinitely many solutions. So, you can write since one variable gets cancelled, therefore, the given system of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. Not one, not two, but infinitely many solutions. You should remember that for infinitely many solutions, if you remember, your A1 by A2 will be equal to B1 by B2 and that will be also be equal to C1 by C2. So you can even cross check. Here see, what is 3 by 9? It is 1 by 3. Minus 1 by minus 3, it's also 1 by 3. C1 by C2 is also 1 by 3. So all the three ratios are equal. Whenever all the three ratios are equal, what does it mean? It means that it has infinitely many solutions. Okay. So, how, and if you are plotting it graphically, how will the lines look like? Each of the lines representing each of the linear equations will coincide over each other. Okay, that's why you say it has infinitely many solutions. So, the lines will be coincident. So, this is just for your understanding, coincident, or they will be overlapping each other. And the consistency, the system will be consistent because it does have solution, just that it has many solutions. Okay, I hope you understood. So let's move on to the next question, that is your question number 4. Yeah, 0.2x plus 0.3y equal to 1.3 and 0.4x plus 0.5y equal to 2.3. Let's convert it into, let's remove the decimal first. So multiply both the equations throughout by 10 in order to remove the decimal. So what do you get here? 0.2 multiplied by 10 is 2. So 2x plus 3y is equal to 13. Now this will be your equation 1. And the second equation is 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. This is your equation 2. So we have to take any one of the equations. So let us choose the first one. Write x in terms of y. So you can write from 1 you can write 2x equal to 13 minus 3y. So what is x? X will be nothing but 13 minus 3y divided by 2. Right? Now you can substitute this equation in equation 2. Okay, so let this be equation 3, as I said. This is how exactly we do whenever it's a substitution method. Now substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So what is your equation 2 here? 4x plus 5y is equal to 23. So in place of x, we are going to write, in place of x, 13 minus 3y whole divided by 2 plus 5y equal to 23. So you can cancel 2 2s are 4. So what you have here is 2 multiplied by 13 minus 3y plus 5y is equal to 23. Open the brackets, multiply 2 internally. So 2 into 13 is 26 minus 6y plus 5y equal to 23. So what is minus 6y plus 5y? It is just minus y equal to 23 minus 26. Be very careful with the signs. It is minus 3. So you have got, therefore, negative negative gets cancelled. Y is equal to 3. Now this you can substitute in equation 3. So put it in equation 3. So what is your x here? X is equal to 13 minus 3 multiplied by y is nothing but 3 whole divided by 2. So what is it? 13 minus 9 by 2. What is 13 minus 9? It's 4. So 4 by 2, which is 2. So therefore you can write your final answer is x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 is your final solution using substitution method. So let's do the next question. The fifth question, root 2x plus root 3y equal to 0 and root 3x minus root 8y equal to 0. Let's do the same way. Mark the first equation as 1, the second equation and 2. So from 1, you can write root 2x is equal to minus root 3y. Right? And x is equal to minus root 3y divided by root 2. Let this be equation number 3. So substitute equation 3 in equation 2. So when you substitute here, root 3, in place of x, I am going to write minus root 3y divided by root 2. Right? In place of x, I am going to substitute it with this value. Minus root 8y equal to 0. So we have to just solve it. Okay. So what is root 3 multiplied by minus root 3? Root 3 into root 3 is 3. So I can write it as minus 3y divided by root 2 minus root 8y divided by 1 equal to 0. Take the LCM as root 2. So numerator will have minus 3y minus, what is root 8 multiplied by root 2? Root 8 multiplied by root 2 is nothing but root of 8 into 2, which is 16. Okay. So root 16 and then y equal to 0. So root 2 will go to the other side. Root 2 multiplied by 0 will be 0. So here what you get? Minus 3y minus, what is root 16? It is just 4. Y equal to 0. So what is here? Minus 3y minus 4y is minus 7y equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to 0. Okay. So you can put y equal to 0 in equation 3. So what is your equation 3? X equal to minus root 3y by. So therefore, you are also getting x as 0. So x is equal to minus root 3. Y is 0 divided by root 2. Right? So this is also 0. So therefore, you can write x equal to 0 and y equal to 0 is the solution. Is the solution. And then moving on to the next one here. The sixth question. 3x by 2 minus 5y by 3 equal to minus 2. Let this be your equation 1. X by 3 plus y by 2 equal to 13 by 6. Let this be equation 2. Okay. So, the very first thing, let us use from 1. Okay, so from equation 1, what can you write? You have to write x in terms of y, isn't it? So, but before writing that, what we can do is, you can take the LCM and remove the fraction. So for the first equation, what is the LCM? It is 6. So what does the numerator become? 2 into 3 is 6. So 3 multiplied by 3x, which is nothing but 9x. So the numerator 9x minus, again 3 multiplied by what is 6? Multiplied by 2. This multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5y is nothing but 10y. So minus 10y equal to minus 2. Cross multiply. So you get 9x minus 10y equal to minus 12. Like this be equation 1. So whenever you're given in fractions, let's take the LCM and remove the fraction. Okay, similarly for 2. Second equation, again the LCM is 6. So you will have 2x plus 3y in the numerator equal to 13 divided by 6. By 6 gets cancelled. Therefore, the second equation is nothing but 2x plus 3y equal to 13. This is your equation number 2. Again, now let us write x in terms of y. From equation 1, what is your 9x equal to? 10y minus 12, isn't it? And x is nothing but 10y minus 12 divided by 9. Put this in equation 2. So you can write, this is your equation number 3. So let me write, put 3 in 2. So what is it? 2 multiplied. In place of x, I am going to write 10y minus 12 divided by 9 plus 3y equal to 13. Right? Take the LCM again here. Your LCM is 9. What is the numerator? Again, 22 into, it's 2 into 2, 10y minus 12. It's the same thing. There's no change. So I'm just multiplying. 2 multiplied by 10y is 20y. Minus 2 into 12 is 24. Plus, here it's by 1, right? So here 1 multiplied by 9 is 9. So 9 into 3y is 9 3s are 27. So plus 27y equal to 13. Cross multiply. What is 13 multiplied by 9? 9 3s are 27. 7, 2, 1, 1, 7. Okay. Here you can just simplify. What is 20y plus 20y plus 27y? It is 47y. So write down 47y minus 24 equal to 117. Therefore, 47y equal to 117 plus 24. So when you add them, what will you get? 4 plus 7 plus 4, 11. 4, 141. Okay, y is equal to 141 divided by 47. So you should think which number multiplied by 7 will have 1 in its units place. So if you know 47 multiplied by 3, 47, 7 3s are 21. So 1 is in the units place, isn't it? So 47 multiplied by 3. So 21, 3 7s are 21. 1, 2 carry over. 4 3s are 12 plus 2, 14. So the answer is, therefore, y equal to 3 is the first answer. Okay, the first value of the variable. Now put this in 3. So you can write, put y equal to 3 in equation 3. So what is your equation 3? X equal to 10y minus 12 divided by 9. So you can write 10 multiplied by, in place of y, I'll write 3 minus 12 by 9. So what is it? 30 minus 12 by 9. What is 30 minus 12? It is 18. 18 by 9. 9 2s are 18. So the answer is, therefore, You can finally write x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 is the solution of this particular pair of linear equations. Okay, so very easily, very clearly we are able to do it. I'm sure you are able to understand, but don't just watch the video. Please do pause it and do it along with me. Okay, it's very much important that with respect to your preparation for your board exam, CBSE recommends that every student must at the basic stage of your preparation be able to solve any kind of question which is related to your NCERT exercises and the solved examples, after which you should also be taking out your exemplar book and solving each exercise in your exemplar. Okay, so let's do the next question. So here is the next question. Solve, you have to solve. You are again given a pair of linear equations, 2x plus 3y equal to 11 and 2x minus 4y equal to minus 24. Find the value of m for which y equal to mx plus 3. Let's do it. So 2x plus 3y, here not specified whether we have to use elimination or we have to use the substitution method. We can choose any one. So 2x plus 3y equal to 11. 2x minus 4y equal to minus 24. Let these be equations 1 and 2 respectively. So from 1, let's use the substitution method. 2x I can write it as 11 minus 3y and x is nothing but 11 minus 3y whole divided by 2. So let this be equation 3. Put 3 in 2. Put 3 in equation 2. So what do you get? 2 multiplied by, in place of x, 11 minus 3y divided by 2 minus 4y equal to minus 24. 2 gets cancelled. So here you have 11 minus 3y minus 4y equal to minus 24. So minus 7y, minus 3 minus 4 is minus 7y equal to minus 24 minus 11, which is minus 35. Negative gets cancelled. So y is equal to 35 by 7. 7 5s are 35. Therefore, you can write y is equal to 5. Now then you have to substitute. You can write substitute y equal to 5 in equation 3. In equation 3. So what is your equation 3? X is equal to 11 minus 3y. In place of y, I'll write 5 whole divided by 2. Right? So 11 minus 3 5s are 15 by 2, which is nothing but minus 4 by 2, which is nothing but minus 2. So therefore, your x is minus 2. But are you asked x and y? No. You are asked to find, after finding out, after solving for x and y, find the value of m for which y is equal to mx plus 3. So now write down. So when y equal to 5 and x is equal to minus 2, the expression which is given is y equal to mx plus 3. Y equal to mx plus 3. You have to find the value of m for which, so let's substitute it here. Y is nothing but 5 equal to m multiplied by x is minus 2 plus 3. So 5 equal to minus 2m plus 3. So what can you write? Minus 2m is equal to 5 minus 3, which is 2. So minus 2m equal to 2, m is equal to minus 2 by 2, which is 1. Right? Minus 1. So therefore, what are you getting the value of m as? M is equal to minus 1 is your final answer. Read the question carefully. You could be given any other expression instead of the one which is given right here. Okay, any other expression would be given wherein you have to just substitute x and y and then get the final answer. Moving on to the next question. So here you have a set of, let me see how many questions are here. We have a set of 6 questions. Okay, so you have to form a pair of linear equations for the following problems. There are 6 or 7 questions that are given here in the NCERT. 6 questions. You have to find their solution by substitution method. Okay, whenever they are specifying a particular method, you should stick to that method only. Okay, let's see the question. The word problems. The difference between two numbers is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. Find them. First, let's write the two linear equations. Here you have to find the two numbers. Okay, so let the numbers be x and y. Let the numbers be x and y. Obviously, when you have a difference between two numbers, one number is always greater and the other one is smaller. So let x be greater than y. Okay, and what is the first thing that's given here? The difference between the two numbers. X is one number and y is another number, right? So these are the two numbers which we have to find. The difference between the two numbers is 26. So that's the first equation. X minus y is equal to 26. This is your first equation. Okay, and then one number is 3 times the other. Okay, one number. So x is nothing but 3 times the other number, 3 times y. So this is your equation 2. Very easy. X is already in terms of y. So we can put equation 2 in equation 1. So what do you get? X minus y equal to 26. And what is x equal to? 3y. 3y minus y equal to 26. 3y minus y is 2y equal to 26. And therefore y is equal to 26 by 2, which is 13. So one of the number is 13. So you can put y equal to 13 in equation 2. What do you get? X is equal to 3 times y. Y is 13. What is 3 multiplied by 13? It is 39. So you can write, therefore, the numbers are 39 and 13 respectively. These are the two numbers. We have easily done using substitution method. Is it clear? Now moving on to the next question. The larger of the two supplementary angle. What do you mean by supplementary angle? Supplementary angle refers to the sum of the two angles. The sum of two angles is nothing but 180 degree. That's what it means by supplementary. Complementary means 90 degree. So what is given is the larger of the two supplementary angle exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. Find them. So let's write, let the two angles be, let the two angles be x and y respectively. And the larger one can be x. You can again write the same way as we did in the previous question. Let x be greater than y. What is given here? We know that the sum of the supplementary angle, that is x plus y, will be always equal to 180 degree. That's why they have given supplementary. So this is your equation 1. And the second thing is the larger of the two angle exceeds the smaller by 18 degree. What is given here is the bigger one, the larger one is 18 times more than y, or x minus y is equal to 18. That's what is the second equation. So x minus y is equal to 18. This is your equation 2. Right? Let us use substitution method. So from here, let's take from equation 2, we can write x is equal to 18 plus y, and this is your equation number 3. Okay, so put 3 in 1, put equation 3 in equation 1. So what do you get? In place of x, I'll write 18 plus y. Again, you have a plus y in equation 1 is equal to 180 degrees. So 18 plus 2y equal to 180. 2y equal to 180 minus 18. So you have 2, 7 minus 1 which is 6 and then 162. So therefore y will be equal to 162 divided by 2. So 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2. So y is equal to 81. Then you can substitute, put y equal to 81 in equation 3 and you can get x. Okay, in equation 3. So what is x equal to? 18 plus 81, which is nothing but 18 plus 81 is 99. Therefore, x is nothing but 99 degree. So angle means the unit will be degree. Okay, so therefore you can write, therefore the two angles are 99 degrees and 81 respectively. This is your final answer. Always make sure you write the final answer and not just leave it with respect to x and y. Okay. So here is the next question. The coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3,800. Later, she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1,750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. Whatever you are asked to find, you can take that as x and y respectively. So let's write, let the cost of each bat, let it be rupees x, and let the cost of each ball be rupees y, because that's what you are asked to find. Yeah. So if one of the bat costs rupees x, right? So if one bat costs rupees 100, how much will 7 bats cost? 7 into 100 is 700. If one ball costs rupees 5, how much will 6 balls cost? 6 into 5, isn't it? The same way, the first equation can be written with the first line in the word problem, right? So 5 bats, each bat is x. So the cost of 7 bats will be 7x plus 6 balls. Each ball is y. So 6 balls, it is 6y. So the total cost is 3,800. This is your equation number 1. Later she buys 3 bats. So 3 bats means what will be the cost of 3 bats? 3 multiplied by x. And plus 5 balls means 5 multiplied by ball. The cost of each ball is y. So 5y is equal to 1,750. This is your equation 2. Now this is a subdivision under the main question. So you have to only choose, this is the third question, right? Only using substitution method. So all the word problems here we will be using only substitution method. So again, so from equation 1, we can write x in terms of y or y in terms of x. Let's write 6y equal to 3,800 minus 7x. Here I am going to express y in terms of x. Anything is fine, right? So y is equal to 3,800 minus 7x whole divided by 6. So this is your equation 3. Let's put it in equation 2. So you can write, put 3 or substitute 3 in equation 2. What is it? 3x plus 5. In place of y, I am going to write 3,800 minus 7x whole divided by 6 is equal to 1,750. Isn't it? So now here you have 3x plus, let's multiply it inside. And so what do you get? 38 multiplied by 5. So 5 8s are 40, 0, 4, 15 plus, so 19, 1 190 and then the two zeros. Minus 5 into 7, 35x whole divided by 6 equal to 1750. Let's take the LCM. Here it is by 1. So the LCM will be 6. So 1 into what will give you 6? 1 multiplied by 6. So multiply 3x with 6. So it is 18x plus 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. This one you can multiply the numerator. So 1 multiplied by any number is the same. So 19,000 minus 37x equal to 1750. Cross multiply. So what do you get? 18x. What is 18x minus 37x? So 37 minus 18. Okay, 17. 2. It is okay, sorry, here I made a mistake. 7 into 5, right? 5 sevens are 35. So here it is 35. Okay, so 35x. So let's correct it. 35 minus 18 is what you have to calculate. So 15 minus 8, again 7. So you will be getting minus 17x in the numerator plus 19,000 is equal to 1750 multiplied by 6. So 30, 42, 43, 44, 45, 54. So you'll be getting 10,500 in the when you're cross multiplying, right? So when you're cross multiplying, that is 6 multiplied by 1,750, you'll be getting 10,500. So what is minus 17x equal to? 10,500 minus 19,000. Right? You can just solve 19,000 minus 10,500. So 0, 0. So you get 8,500. Right? Minus, because the greater number has a negative sign, minus 8,500. Here you will have minus 17x. Negative gets cancelled. So what is x equal to? 8,500 divided by 17. 17 5s are 85. So 500. Therefore, you get x is equal to rupees 500. What is x? X is nothing but the cost of the bat. Okay. Now you can put x in, you can write it here. Put x equal to 500 in equation number 3. So what do you get? Y is equal to 3,800 minus 7 into 500. Okay. Let me write it clearly. 7 multiplied by 500. So in place of x, I'm going to write the value that I just got. Okay. Because I don't have place here. Whole divided by, what is it? 6. So here you'll be getting 3,800 minus 7 5 are 35. Whole divided by 6. So you here 3,800 minus 3,500 is just 300 divided by 6. 6 5 are 30. So therefore, y equal to 50. Okay. So you should finally write, therefore, the cost of one bat is nothing but rupees 500 and the cost of one ball is nothing but rupees 50, because that's what we assumed initially, right? X is nothing but cost of each bat. X we have got it as 500 and Y we have got it as 50. Okay, so fine, this is what is the final answer. I hope you understood. Okay. Now moving on to the next question. The taxi charge is very, very good question, very important question. The taxi charges in a city, it consists of fixed charge together with the charge for the distance covered. For a distance of 10 kilometers, the charge paid is 105, and for a journey of 15 kilometers, the charge paid is rupees 155. What are the fixed charges and the charge per kilometer? So as I told you, whatever is asked, that you can take it as your variable. So write on, let the fixed charge let the fixed charges, let it be denoted by rupees X. That means how many soever kilometers you travel, fixed charge is always something which is a component in your total charge. Okay, fixed charges you have to pay. Let it be rupees X, and let the charges per charges per kilometer, let it be rupees Y. Okay, this is a variable. So the more kilometers you travel, you'll have to pay more charges per kilometer. Okay, now according to the question, what is the first question? For a distance of 10 kilometers, that means fixed charge is X plus 1 for each kilometer, the cost is Y. So for 10 kilometers, how much will it be? 10Y. So X plus 10Y is the total charge. How much has the person paid? 105. So X plus 10Y for a distance of 10 kilometers, the total charges were 105. This is your equation 1. And for a journey of 15 kilometers, that is, X is the fixed charge plus for 15 kilometers, charges per kilometer is Y. So 15 kilometers means 15Y is equal to 155. This is your equation 2. So from 1, as all these questions have to be solved using substitution method. So from 1, I can write X is nothing but 105 minus 10Y. So this is my equation 3. You can put equation 3 in equation 2. So what do you get? In place of X, I will write 105 minus 10Y plus 15Y. This is what I'm just substituting X here. Okay. So this is your X plus 15Y continues as it is equal to 155. So what is it? 15 minus 10. 5Y is nothing but 155 minus 105. So 50. Therefore, what is your Y? 50 divided by 5, which is nothing but 10. What is your Y? Y is the charges per kilometer. So therefore the charges per kilometer is nothing but rupees 10. Okay. Now you can put Y equal to 10 in equation 3. So what is your equation 3? X is nothing but 105 minus 10Y. In place of Y, I'll put the value Y equal to 10. So what is it? 105 minus 10 into 10 is 100. That is nothing but X is nothing but 105 minus 100 is just 5. So therefore, what is X? Is the fixed charge. Therefore, the fixed charges is nothing but rupees 5. And the charge per kilometer is rupees 5. That's all. Okay, and charges per kilometer is rupees 10. But what is asked here? This we have found out. What is the fixed charge? Rupees 5. And the charge per kilometer. Every kilometer you'll have to pay rupees 10 per kilometer. What is the next question? How much does a person have to pay for traveling a distance of 25 kilometer? Very easy. So, therefore, you can write down for charges for 25 kilometer will be X is the fixed charge plus 25 times Y. Right? 25 kilometer per kilometer Y. So just substitute. What is your X? X is 5 plus 25 multiplied by Y. What is your Y? Y is 10. So 5 plus 250. That is 255 rupees. 255 will be the charges for 25 kilometer distance. Okay, this is your final answer. Very important question. But if you have understood the concept, then it is very, very easy to translate or to write the given sentence in terms of the linear equation. Okay, so fixed charge, and then variable charge, that is the charge per kilometer. You are just assuming it to be X and Y respectively, and then you should understand. Okay, for a distance of 10 kilometers means fixed charge is X plus 10 times Y. Y is the charge per kilometer. Same way for 15 kilometers, x plus 15y is equal to 155. Solve for x and y using substitution method. Okay. Hope you understood. It's a very, very good question. It's very important if you have to, you have to practice this. So, okay. So the next question is here. Okay. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. Find the fraction. What you have to find is what you have to initially take it as your unknown. Okay, so let's start. You are asked to find the fraction. Let's write, let the fraction be x by y. Okay, so here your x is nothing but your numerator and y is your denominator. Now let's read the question and just apply the same here. What is given? The fraction becomes 9 by 11. The fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both numerator and denominator. So what is the existing numerator? It is just x plus 2. You are adding 2 to both numerator and denominator. Okay, so this is the first one. The second one is nothing but if 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, so let's add 3. So x plus 3 by y plus 3, it becomes 5 by, the fraction becomes 5 by 6. You have to find x and y. Okay, so let's do it. Cross multiply the first one. So 11 multiplied by x plus 2 is equal to 9 multiplied by y plus 2. Open the bracket. So what do you get? 11x plus 22 equal to 9y plus 18. So 11x minus 9y, I'm taking it to the LHS side. RHS, it's 18 minus 22. What is 18 minus 22? Minus 4. Okay, so 11x minus 9y equal to minus 4. Let this be your equation 1. The same way here also let us cross multiply. Okay, so 6 multiplied by x plus 3 is equal to 5 multiplied by y plus 3. Solve very, very carefully. Okay, 6x plus 18 is equal to 5y plus 15. So 6x minus 5y equal to 15 minus 18. That is nothing but minus 3. So 6x minus 5y equal to minus, this is your equation number 2. Right? So from 1, let me express x in terms of y. 11x equal to, what can I write? I can write 9y minus 4. Isn't it? Minus 9y goes to the other side, it becomes plus y. So x is nothing but 9y minus 4 divided by 11. Let this be your equation 3. So you can write, put 3 in 2. Put equation 3 in 2. So what do you get? 6 multiplied by, in place of x, I am going to write 9y minus 4 by 11 minus 5y. So everything is in terms of y equal to minus 3. Correct? So what is 6 into 9? 54. 9 6 are 54. Y minus 6 4s are 24 divided by 11 minus 5y equal to minus 3. So many students do this mistake. They directly take 11 to the other side. You cannot take unless you take the LCM. Okay, so when you take the LCM as 11 here, the first term has the numerator 54y minus 24. So this is by 1. Okay, so here what you have, 1 multiplied by 11 is 11. So this 11 you have to multiply it with the numerator. The sign will not change. So minus 11 5s are 55y equal to minus 3. So the whole of the terms have denominator as 11. Only then can you take this 11 to the other side. Okay, cross multiply. So what do you get? What is 54y minus 55y? It is just minus y. Minus 24 is equal to 11 into minus 3, minus 33. 3. So minus y is nothing but minus 33 plus 24. When you subtract, what do you get? It is 33 minus 24, right? 9. So minus 9. So minus y equal to minus 9. Therefore, y is nothing but 9. So let's find out x. So you can write, put y equal to 9 in 3, in equation 3. So what is it? X is equal to 9y minus 4 divided by your given 11, isn't it? So 9 multiplied by y is nothing but 9 minus 4 by 11. 9 nines are 81 minus 4 by 11. What is 81 minus 4? It is 77 by 11. So you get, therefore x is equal to 7 is what you're getting. Y equal to 9. Therefore, what do you have to find? We have to find the fraction x by y. Okay, so therefore the fraction x by y is nothing but the fraction is 7 by x by y. Isn't it? 7 by 9. Hence, you have solved it. So look at how easy these questions are. So usually in NCERT, there will only be one question. Each question will be of a different type. Okay, but if you have one entire method, you'll have the entire exercise questions and multiple subdivisions for implementing or using the same method for practice. Okay, like all these word problems, we are only using substitution method. In the next exercise 3.3, they are also introducing elimination method. Okay, now let's do this. This is the sixth question and the last question of the exercise. 5 years hence, hence means after, okay, 5 years hence the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. So here you have two characters. First one is Jacob and the next character is the son. Okay, this is your present age, this is your future, and this is your past. Just an example. Okay, so let the present age, what are you asked here? See, 5 years ago, that means past. Okay, and 5 years hence means future. Jacob's age will be 7 times that of his son. What are their present ages? So you are asked to find their present ages. Okay, so let the present age of Jacob, let it be x, let the son's age be y. In the past, that is, where is past means how many years ago is given? 5 years ago, right? 5 years ago means Jacob's age would have been x minus 5. Son's age would have been y minus 5, 5 years ago. Future, what is given about the future thing? 5 years hence, that means after 5 years, that is x plus, present age is x, after 5 years it will be x plus 5. Present age of the son is y, after 5 years it will be y plus 5. Correct? Now, once you have written this, it's very easy for you to calculate, to write the two linear equations. So, the very first thing is 5 years hence, that is after 5 years, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his sons. Look only here, 5 years hence, age of Jacob will be x plus 5, son will be y plus 5. So, what is given? The age of Jacob, that is x plus 5, will be 3 times that of his son, y plus 5. This is what is given. This is the first equation which is given. Secondly, what is given here? 5 years ago. So you have to take a look at the ages 5 years ago, x minus 5 and y minus 5. So 5 years ago, Jacob's age. So what is Jacob's age? X minus 5 was, that is equal to 7 times that of his son. Son's age was y minus 5. So just solve it. X plus 5 equal to, open the bracket, 3y plus 15. So x minus 3y equal to 15 minus 5, which is 10. So x minus 3y equal to 10. Let this be your equation 1. On the other side, x minus 5 equal to 7y minus 35. So what do you get? X minus 7y equal to minus 35 plus 5, which is nothing but minus 30. So x minus 7y equal to minus, let this be equation 2. Okay. So from equation 1, I can write x as nothing but 10 plus 3y. Okay, so let this be equation 3 because you are using the substitution method. You can write, put 3 in equation 2. So what do you get? In place of x, I'm going to write 10 plus 3y minus 7y. This is equation number 2. So in place of x, I'm writing 10 plus 3y minus 7y equal to minus 30. Equal to minus 30. So just solve it. What is 3 minus 7y minus 4y equal to minus 30 plus 10 goes to the other side. It becomes minus 10. This is minus 40, right? Minus 4y equal to, so minus minus gets cancelled. Y is nothing but 40 by 4, which is 10. Okay, so you can write therefore y is nothing but 10. And then you can just put y equal to 10 in your equation number 3. So what do you get? X is nothing but 10 plus 3 times y is 10. So 10 plus 30, which is x equal to 40. Okay. So this is nothing but therefore what is x now? The present age of, therefore write down. The present age of Jacob is what is your x, which is 40 years. And the present age of his son is nothing but 10 years. Is your final answer. So this is how you have to do. Don't just leave it as x and y respectively. You don't know what is it, isn't it? So you have to, this is ages. So ages, the unit is years. So there ends your exercise 3.2. Okay, we'll be doing exercise 3.3 of chapter 3 of class 10th, which is pair of linear equations in two variables. So this is the third exercise of your NCERT. Let's get started. The first question is, solve the following pair of linear equation by the elimination method and the substitution method. So there are 4 questions in question number 1, and all of these 4 have to be solved using both elimination as well as substitution method. Let's get started with the first one. So the first question is, x plus y is equal to 5 and you have got 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Right? The first one, let's use elimination method. So you have to eliminate one of the variables, right? So using elimination method, here if you see in the first equation, you have got y. Second equation, you have got minus 3y. So what I can do is, first of all, the first method is the elimination method. So using elimination method, let me mark this as equation 1 and equation 2. I will multiply equation 1 by 3 and the second equation by 1. So what do you get when you multiply first equation throughout by 3? You will be getting x into 3, 3x plus 3y is equal to 5 into 3 is 15. Right? You have to multiply throughout the first equation by 3 and the second equation is as it is. So the second equation is 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now just add them up. So when you add them, plus 3y minus 3y gets cancelled. Just adding 3x plus 2x is 5x is equal to 15 plus 4, 19. So x is nothing but 19 by 5. So once you have got x is 19 by 5, you can put it in any one of the equation. So let's put x equal to 19 by 5 in equation 1. So in equation 1, when you put, what is it? X is nothing but 19 by 5 plus y is equal to 5. So y is equal to 5 minus 19 by 5. The LCM is 5. So the first number would be 5 is a 25 minus 19. What is 25 minus 19? It is 6. 6 by 5. So the y variable, the value that you're getting is 6 by 5 and x is nothing but 19 by 5. So these are the two values that you are getting using the elimination method. So whenever you have to use the elimination method, the thing that you have to remember is you have to make one variable such that equate the values of the coefficients of any one of the variables, such that when you add them, you can either add them or you can subtract them and you are able to eliminate one of it, and you can find the value of x, and then when you substitute you can get the value of y. So this method is the elimination method. Now let us go ahead and do the substitution method. By substitution method, let me write the two equations again. I'll copy the first and the second equations. Okay, so these are the first two equations. From equation 1, I can write what is x. X is nothing but 5 minus y. Let this be equation 3. Okay, so you can put equation 3 in 2. So what do you get when you put 3 in 2? 2 multiplied by, in place of x, I'll write 5 minus y. X is equal to 5 minus y. You are expressing x in terms of y. So x is equal to 5 minus y. You have marked it as equation 3. And then you're substituting the value of x as 5 minus y in the second equation. Minus 3y is equal to 4. Just solve it. So 2 5s are 10, minus 2y minus 3y is equal to 4. So you have minus 2y minus 3y is minus 5y is equal to 4 minus 10, which is minus 6. Negative negative gets cancelled. You will be getting y is equal to 6 by 5. Exactly the same that you got in the previous question. Okay, now you can put this in. Put y equal to 6 by 5 in 3, in the third one. So you're getting x is equal to 5 minus y. In place of y, I'll write 6 by 5. So again, you will take the LCM. When you take the LCM, it is just 5. So the numerator will have 25 minus 6, which is nothing but 19. 19 by 5 is your x, and your y is nothing but 6 by 5. This is using your which method? Substitution method. So you have used both the methods, and whichever method you're comfortable with, you can do it. But when you're doing it, you have to be very, very careful in solving these basic arithmetics. When you're adding two negative numbers, right? Two negative numbers, or one positive and one negative. In that case, you have to just be very super careful. Okay, so that you don't make any mistakes in taking the LCM or in any of those steps. Let's move on to the second question. So x is equal to 19 by 5 and y is equal to 6 by 5. So the same way we'll do the next question as well. The second one. So the second question is, let me write the question as it is. 3x plus 4y equal to 10 and 2x minus 2y equal to 2. What I'll do is, I'll multiply the first by 1 and the second by 2. Okay, so that I can eliminate y. Okay, so let this be equation 1, let this be equation 2. So the first method that we will be using is the elimination method. Okay, so when you're multiplying the first by 1, it will remain as it is. 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. The second equation you are multiplying throughout by 2. So 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. Right? Just add them up. Okay, just add 1 and equation 2. So what do you get? Here your plus 4y minus 4y gets cancelled. 3 plus 4, it is 7. 7x is equal to 14. Therefore, x is nothing but 14 by 7, which is 2. Okay, so therefore x equal to 2 is what you are getting. X is equal to 2. Now, you can put x in any one of the equations. So let's put x equal to 2 in equation 1. So what do you get here? 3 into x is nothing but 2 plus 4y is equal to 10. So 6 plus 4y is equal to 10. 4y is equal to 10 minus 6, which is again 4. So y is equal to 4 by 4, which is equal to 1. Therefore, you are getting y is equal to 1. Okay, so this is using which method? You have been using elimination method to find out the values of x and y. Now, which is the next method that you will use? We will be using the substitution method. Right? Let me take the two equations again. I'll just copy the first and the second equations. Right? Now, which equation looks simpler? Let's see, this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2. So from 2, what you can do is, from 2, I can take 2 common out. So you will have x minus y is equal to 2, you take common. So in the LHS, you will have x minus y equal to 2 or x minus y equal to 2 by 2, which is 1. Right? Here, now I can express. So this is exactly your equation 2. This is also your 2. Okay. This is also equation 2. Now x is nothing but 1 plus y. Right? Let it be equation 3. I first thing in substitution, I am expressing x in terms of y from any one of the linear equation which looks easier for me to solve. Right? Now I can put equation 3 in 1. Why am I not putting in 2? It is because it's equation 2 that I have used in order to express x in terms of y. So I will substitute this value in equation 1. So in equation 1, what is it? 3 multiplied by, in place of x, I'll put 1 plus y plus 4y is equal to 10. So 3 plus 3y plus 4y is equal to 10. So you are getting 7y is equal to 10 minus 3, which is 7. Therefore, you are getting y is equal to 7 by 7, which is 1. Right? Now, you can put y equal to 1 in equation 3. So, what do you get? X is equal to 1 plus y. 1 plus 1, which is 2. Therefore, x is equal to 2. Okay, and y is equal to 1. This is your final solution. Okay, so you can write therefore x equal to 2 and y is equal to 1 is the solution using both the methods. Clear? So you are using both elimination and substitution. So we are done with the second question now. Let's move on to the third question. So let's do it the same way, first by using the elimination method and then using the substitution method. So this is subdivision 3. 3x minus 5y is equal to 4. I am taking minus 4 to the other end. Okay, and 9x, I'll bring minus 2y to the left hand side. So minus 2y is equal to 7. Right? Now, let this be your equation 1 and let this be equation 2. Let me copy it so that I can use it for my substitution method as well. Okay, so the first method that we will be using is the elimination method. So by using elimination method, I'm going to multiply the first equation by 3 and the second equation by 1 because I would like to eliminate x here. So when I multiply the first equation throughout by 3, what do I get? 9x minus 5 3s are 15y is equal to 12. The second equation, no change because I'm multiplying it throughout by just 1. And I'm subtracting it. So I'll change the sign. Okay, so now what will happen? Plus 9x minus 9x will get cancelled. What is minus 15 plus 2? It is minus 13y is equal to 12 minus 7. It is 5 plus 5. Okay, so what is y? Y is nothing but minus 5 by 13. Right? Then I can put this in any one of the equation. Let me put it in 1. Put y equal to minus 5 by 13 in equation 1. What do I get now? 3 multiplied by x, 3x minus 5 into, in place of y, I'll write minus 5 by 13 is equal to 4. You have to find x. Let's solve it. So 3x plus 5 is a 25 by 13 is equal to 4. So 3x is equal to 4 minus 25 by 13. Okay. Take the LCM. LCM is 13. So 13 into 4, 12 to 1, 52 minus 25. So it's 7 and 27, right? 27 by 13 is nothing but is 3x. So what will be x? X will be equal to 27 divided by 13 multiplied by 3. So 3 nines are 27. So the answer is 9 by 13. So what are you getting? The final answer, therefore, x is equal to 9 by 13 and your y is equal to minus 5 by 13 is what you're getting using the elimination method. This is your final answer. Okay. Now let us use the other method, which is the substitution method. Let me take the question as it is. So from equation, so this is your equation 1 and this is your equation 2. So from 1, let me express x in terms of y. So what is 3x equal to? 3x is equal to 4 plus 5y. Or I can write x is equal to 4 plus 5y divided by 3. Right? Let me put this in equation 2. So what do I get? 9 multiplied by, in place of x, I'll write 4 plus 5y by 3 minus 2y equal to 7. Okay? 3 3s are 9. So now what do you get? 3 into 4, 12 plus 15y minus 2y is equal to 7. So you have 13y equal to 7 minus 12, which is minus 5. So what is y equal to? Minus 5 by 14. This I will put it. Okay, so here this I am going to mark it as equation 3. So this is substitution method, right? So you are expressing x in terms of y, that let that be equation 3. So I'll write put y equal to minus 5 by 30 in equation 3. So what is x? X will be equal, let me write it here. So x is equal to 4 plus 5 multiplied by y. Y is nothing but minus 5 by 30 by 3. This is what you're getting. Right? Okay, let's solve this. So you'll be getting 4 minus 25 by 13 by 3. Take the LCM. In the numerator it is 13. So 13 into 4, 52 minus 25 by 3. So what is it? 27 by 13 multiplied by 1 by 3. So again, this is nothing but 9 by 13. What you will be getting? X is nothing but 9 by 13. And y is equal to minus 5 by 13. Is that what you have got? Yeah, x is equal to 9 by 13. So you can write therefore x is equal to 9 by 13 and y is equal to minus 5 by 13 is your final solution. This is the solution for this specific pair of linear equation. Right? Hope you understood. Yeah. Let's move on to the fourth question. So we have done the first three. Let us move on to the fourth question. Let me write the question as it is. So you are given x by 2 plus 2y by 3 is equal to minus 1. And the second equation is x minus y by 3 is equal to 3. Take the LCM. What is the LCM for 3 and 2? It is 6. Okay, so you will have 3x plus 2 2s are 4. 4y is equal to minus 1. Cross multiply, you'll be getting 3x plus 4y equal to minus 6. This is your equation 1. Here also you can take the LCM as 3. So you'll have 3x minus y equal to 3. Cross multiply, you'll be getting 3x minus y equal to 9. This is your equation 2. The first method is the elimination method. So we have removed the fraction as the first step. So elimination method, just write it again. 3x plus 4y equal to minus 6. Right? Let me eliminate. Which one can I eliminate? So you have got 3x in both, right? 3x and 3x. So let me subtract equation 1 minus equation 2. Okay? Because things are common here. So what is the second equation? 3x minus y is equal to 9. When I am subtracting, the sign will get changed. So plus 3x minus 3x will get cancelled. What is 4y plus y? 5y equal to minus 15. What do I get? Y is equal to minus 3. Right? Now, you can put this in any one of the equation. Let me put it in the first equation. So, you can put y equal to minus 3 in equation 1. So, what do you get? 3x plus 4 into y is minus 3 is equal to minus 6. So 3x minus 12 equal to minus 6. 3x is equal to minus 6 plus 12, which is nothing but plus 6. And x is equal to 2. Okay, you can write therefore x is equal to 2 and y equal to minus 3 is the solution using the first method, which is the elimination method. Let's use the substitution method now. For substitution method, from equation 1 or 2, which one is looking more simple? The second one looks more easier. So let's write both these equations again. Equation 1 and 2 again. Copy. And yeah, these are the two equations that we have. Equation 1 and 2. So from equation 2, I can write x in terms of y. So what is 3x equal to? 9 plus y. And x is equal to 9 plus y by 3. Let this be equation 3. So since I have taken this equation 3 from equation 2, I will be putting it in equation 1. So you can put 3 in 1. So what do you get? 3 multiplied by, in place of x, I'll write 9 plus y by 3 plus 4y equal to minus 6. Again, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So what is left is just 9 plus y plus 4y equal to minus 6. So 9 plus 5y equal to minus 6. 5y equal to, just a minute, let me write it more neatly. So here 9 plus 5y equal to minus 6, which will imply 5y equal to minus 6 minus 9, which is nothing but minus 15, which will imply y is equal to minus 15 by 5, that is minus 3. Okay, so therefore y equal to minus 3. You're getting y equal to minus 3. Then you can put this in as a continuation. I'll do it here. So you can put y equal to minus 3 in equation 3. So what do you get? X is equal to 9 plus of minus 3 by 3. What is 9 minus 3? 6. 6 by 3, which is nothing but 2. So you can write therefore x equal to 2 and you are getting y equal to minus 3. Okay, let me rewrite it again. Y is equal to minus 3. Okay, is the solution using the second method, which is the substitution method. So using both the methods, we are doing it. So this is your fourth question. So we have done all the four. Okay, we are the first, second, third, and fourth. All the four questions use the same way of doing. The first is elimination. You have to eliminate any one variable either by adding or by subtracting, and then by using substitution take the easiest of the whichever is easier or simpler among the two linear equations. You can take any one of them, express x in terms of y or y in terms of x, and put it in the other equation and find x and y. So that's your first question. Let's move on to the second question. The question is, form the pair of linear equations in the following problems and find their solutions if they exist by the elimination method. Let's do this. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces to 1. It becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. What is the fraction? So whenever you have a fraction will always be of the form x by y. So you can write, first of all, let the fraction be x by y. Now read it again. What is given? If we add 1 to the numerator, so this is your numerator, x is your numerator, and y is your denominator. This is the fraction. You have to find the fraction. You have to find what is x and y, and then you can write it in the form of x by y, which is your fraction. So the first sentence is, if we add 1 to the numerator. Okay, so according to the question, if we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, so y minus 1, the fraction reduces to 1. This is your first. So cross multiply. Okay, this is your first equation. Let's write the second as well. And the fraction reduce and it becomes 1 by 2. That means the fraction becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. So you add only 1 to the denominator, you don't change the numerator. Okay, it becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. That means there is no change to the numerator. Now let us simplify. So the first equation, there is nothing but x plus 1 is equal to y minus 1 when you're cross multiplying, and x minus y is equal to minus 1 minus 1 is equal to minus 2. So x minus y equal to minus 2. Let this be your equation 1. Here also you can cross multiply. So what do you get? 2x is equal to y plus 1. You're cross multiplying, right? Cross multiply, and what you'd get is 2x minus y is equal to 1. So now that you have got two linear equation, you have to use elimination method to do it. So see, you can see minus y in both. So let us subtract them. Okay, so let me write the two equations again. X minus y equal to minus 2 and 2x minus y is equal to 1. So when I subtract, I change the sign. Okay, so you are just subtracting 1 minus 2. Now minus y plus y will get cancelled. So what is x minus 2x? So 1 minus 2, it is just minus x, is equal to minus 3. Negative will get cancelled. Therefore, x is equal to 3. You have got the value of x. Now you can put x in any one of the equation. You can put x equal to 3 in equation 1. So what is it? X is nothing but 3 minus y equal to minus 2. So minus y equal to minus 2 minus 3, which is minus 5. Negative gets cancelled, therefore your y is equal to 5. Once you've got x and y, what is the fraction? Therefore, the required fraction will be x by y. That is 3 by 5 is your final answer. Okay, it's 3 by 5. This, you have found the answer using the elimination method. Right? You have eliminated y, isn't it? So this is the elimination method. Let's move on to the next question. 5 years ago, Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. How old is Noori and Sonu? Again, a very good question, age related question. So now let me write both of these persons' names. So one is Noori and the other one is Sonu. Right? You have something wherein the age is given in the past. The present age. How old are Noori? This is the present age that you have to find out. Right? And then the future. Right? Let the present age of Noori be X and let the present age of Sonu be Y. 5 years ago, what is the question given? 5 years ago means before 5 years, right? 5 years earlier. What would have been the age of Noori? It would have been X minus 5 and Sonu's age would have been Y minus 5. Okay. Let us not bother about this. 10 years later, that means after 10 years, what will be Noori's age? It will be X plus 10. And what will be Sonu's age? It will be Y plus 10. Okay, these are the first things that you have to mention. Now let us read the question and let us write the statements in the form of linear equations. So 5 years ago means you have to only take a look at the past. Noori was thrice as old as Sonu. Noori was, that is Noori's age, that is x minus 5 was thrice as old as Sonu. That is y, 3 times y minus 5. Okay, this is the first equation. And then what is given? 10 years later. Now look here. 10 years later, Noori will be twice as old as Sonu. Noori, that is x plus 10, will be equal to twice as old as Sonu's. 2 times y plus 10. That's all. So you will be getting when you're solving. So what do you get? X minus 5 is equal to 3y minus 15. So x minus 3y is equal to minus 15 plus 5, which is nothing but minus 10. So x minus 3y equal to minus 10. Okay, here x plus 10 is equal to 2y plus 20. X minus 2y is equal to 20 minus 10, which is 10. Now you have got your equation 1, equation 2. You have to use elimination method for all of these word problems because they are questions under these, right? This is, all these questions are within question number 2. So you have to use the elimination method. Again, let us subtract equation 1 and 2. So equation 1 is x minus 3y equal to minus 10. Second equation is x minus 2y equal to 10. So when you are subtracting, you change the sign. And plus x minus x will get cancelled. What remains is minus 3y plus 2y, which is minus y is equal to minus 10 minus 10 minus 20. Negative negative gets cancelled. Therefore, y is equal to 20. And then you can put in any one of the equations. So I'll just put it in equation 1. Put y equal to 20 in equation 1. What is equation 1? It is x minus 3y. Y is 20 is equal to minus 10. So x minus 60 is equal to minus 10. X is equal to minus 10 plus 60, which is 50. Therefore, 60 minus 10. It is equal to 50. Okay. What is x? X is the percentage of Nouri. So you can finally write, therefore Nouri's present age is equal to 50 years. And Sonu's present age. And Sonu's present age is equal to how many years? 20 years. This is your final answer. Right? So this is an age related problem, quite a good question. And based on this, you'll have to practice more questions. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Okay. The third question is, the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number is 9. So the minute you see the question related to a 2-digit number, you can write a 2-digit number, namely yx. Okay. So here x is nothing but your unit place or ones place. Okay. I can write it as units place, and y will be your tens place. Okay. So what is your number? Original number will be 10y plus x will be your original number. And what will be your number when it is reversed? Will be 10x plus y will be your reverse number. Okay. So this is your original number and this is your reverse number. This is what is your original number. Right? Which you have to find. Now let us read the question. So the minute you are given about a 2-digit number, you can take yx or xy. So the sum of the digits of a 2-digit number, is 9. So according to the first sentence, each digit, the units digit is x. Okay, so here you can write, let the units digit be x and let the tens digit be equal to y. So according to the question, x plus y is equal to 9. This is your first statement. Also, 9 times this number. What is the number? 10y. So 9 times this number is nothing but 10y plus x is equal to twice the number obtained by reversing the order of digits. So twice. So this is the reversed number. Okay, so this is your reversed number. Twice the reverse number means twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digit. So twice 10x plus y. So on solving, what do you get? 90y plus 9x is equal to 20x plus 2y. Rearrange the terms. So what you get here is 9x minus 20x plus 90y minus 2y equal to 0. What is 9 minus 20? It's minus 11x plus 88y equal to 0. Take 11 common out. So what do you get? Minus x plus 8y is equal to 0, which is nothing but minus x plus 8y is equal to 0. So this is your equation number 2. Now how do you solve it? You have a minus x, you have a plus x there. So just add equation 1 and 2. Add 1 and equation 2. So the equation 1 is nothing but x plus y is equal to 9. The second equation is minus x plus 8y equal to 0. So when you just add them, plus x minus x gets cancelled. So you have 9y equal to 9. Therefore, y is equal to 1. Put in equation 1. So put x equal to 1 in equation 1. So what do you get? Here you have to write what? Y equal to 1. So put y equal to 1 in equation 1. So you will have x plus 1 equal to 9. In place of y, I have put 1. So x is equal to 8. Right? Now what is the number? Therefore, the number is, what is the original number that we took? It is yx, isn't it? So the number is 1 and 8. Yx. Y is 1 and your units digit is 8. So the number is 18. If you had taken the other way around, right? If you had taken this number to be xy, that is, if the units digit was y and the tens digit was x, in that case, the number that you'll be getting will be 81. You can try it yourself and see. Okay, both the cases, the answer is correct. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Yeah. Okay, so here Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give her rupees 50 and rupees 100 notes only. Meena got 25 notes in all. Find how many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received. So here what you're asked is to find how many notes of X of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she would have received. So whatever you are asked to find, that you can take as your unknown variables X and Y. So here you are asked to find, so Meena went to a bank to withdraw rupees 2000. She asked the cashier to give only 50 and 100 rupee notes only. Total number of notes is 25. That is, okay, the total number of notes that she got is 25. How many notes of rupees 50 and rupees 100 she received? So whatever is asked, let us take it as X and Y. So let the number of rupees 50 notes, let it be X. Okay. And the number of rupees 100 notes, let it be Y. So what is the total number of notes she got? X plus Y is equal to 25. That's what is given here. So let this be equation 1. Okay. And then what is the total value of money that she has got? So suppose, see, 1x is nothing but what is the value? It is rupees 50. What is the value for 2x? 2 into 50, it is 100, right? So the number of notes, x could be any number. That is what we have to find. So if x is 1, it is 50, isn't it? If x is 2, then it is 100 rupees. If x is 3, it is 150. Similarly, y, if there is just 1, if y is 1, the value is 100 rupees. If the y is 2, then it is 200 rupees. Similarly, okay, the same way, the total value of money, right? So 50, each note is of rupees 50. So X notes will be X into 50. That is the money value. Plus each note is 100. We don't know how many 100 rupee notes were there. So 100 rupees value multiplied by the number of notes. Y is equal to, what is the total value of money? It is 2000. You can take 50 common out. So you have X plus 2Y is equal to 2000. Okay, so what is x plus 2y is equal to 2000 divided by 50. So when you cancel it, you'll be getting 5 4s are 20, you'll be getting 40, right? So this is your equation 2. Right now, again, you have to use elimination method. So I can subtract 1 minus equation 2 because I see x in both. So x plus y is equal to 25 and x plus 2y is equal to 40. Change the sign. So you can cancel x and minus x. So what is y minus 2y? It is minus y is equal to 25 minus 40. Minus 40. So it's minus 15. 40 minus 25 is 15. So my negative sign gets cancelled. Therefore, you are getting y is equal to 15. Right? What is y? Y is the number of 100 rupee notes. Now you can just put it in any one of the equations. So you can put Y equal to 15 in equation 1. What is your equation 1? X plus Y is equal to 25. So X plus 15 equal to 25, and X is equal to 25 minus 15, which is 10. Okay, so therefore X is equal to 10. Now what is this X and Y? X is nothing but the number of 50 rupee note, right? Therefore you can write, therefore the number of 50 rupee notes is equal to 10, and the number of 100 rupee notes is equal to, what is your Y? 15. That's your answer. So totally she would do 10 50 rupee notes and 15 100 rupee notes, and when you saw the value, it is 50 times. So 50 multiplied by 10 plus 100 into 15. So you'll be getting, so when you multiply them, right? So here you get, see, 50 multiplied by, what is it? 10, right? So 50 times 10 is nothing but 500, plus 15 multiplied by 100. What is it? The 1500. What is the total value of money that you have? 2000, right? So you have just calculated what is X and Y using the elimination method. I hope you understood. So if the numbers are changed also, you should be able to do similar questions. Okay, let's move on to the last question. Yeah. A lending library has a fixed charge for the first 3 days and an additional charge for each day thereafter. Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book kept for 7 days, while Susie paid 21 rupees for the book she kept for 5 days. Find the fixed charge and the charge for each extra day. Whatever is asked to find, you can take that as your unknown variable X and Y. So there are two things, right? Whenever somebody is borrowing a book, they have to, when they are returning it, they have to pay two charges. So the lending library is charging a fixed fee. For the first 3 days you have to pay a fixed charge, and for every additional day you have to pay an additional charge. We don't know what is that additional charge per day, per extra day. Fixed charges, so there are two components to it. So let us take, let the fixed charge let the fixed charge for how many days? For the first 3 days. Okay, let the fixed charge for the first 3 days be rupees X. Okay, and let the charges per day after the first 3 days. After 3 days, let it be rupees Y. Okay, now what? Sarita paid rupees 27. So Sarita paid rupees 27 for a book that was kept for 7 days. Okay, so she borrowed a book for 7 days. So that 7 days included the first 3 days, where 3 days fixed charge, plus the remaining 4 days wherein she had to pay an additional charge per day. Okay, so for the first 3 days, what is the fixed charge? It is X. And for each day after 3 days, what is the additional charge? It is rupees Y per day. Per day, right? So 4Y. Okay, for each day it is Y. So 4 days, 4Y is equal to, what is the total money she paid? 20 rupees 27. So this is your first equation. Now Susie, on the other hand, similarly, okay, Susie paid rupees 21 for a book she kept for 5 days. Again, this 5 days have to be split up into two. For the first 3 days, some X charge, plus the remaining 2 days, she would have paid a charge per day, a variable, an additional charges per day. So totally value is 21. Let this be equation 2. Okay, now we can subtract 1 minus 2. So equation 1, x plus 4y is equal to 27, and the second equation is x plus 2y equal to 21. Just subtract them, change the sign. So your plus x minus x would get cancelled. What is 4y minus 2y? It is plus 2y equal to 27 minus 21. It's 6. Therefore, y is equal to 3. So you can put it in equation 1. You can substitute y equal to 3 in equation 1. So x plus 4 into y is 3 equal to 27. So x plus 4 3s are 12 equal to 27, and x is equal to 27 minus 12. So what do you get? 15. So therefore x is equal to 15, right? So what is asked? Therefore x is nothing but the fixed charge. So that therefore the fixed charges for the first 3 days will be rupees 15, and the charges per day after 3 days will be rupees 3 for every fourth day, right? After 3 days per day you have to pay rupees 3. So that is what is your x and y, right? So it's very simple. Just understand the question and try to do as many questions as possible of this format, and I'm sure you will be able to do any kind of question that comes your way. Okay, so we have completed exercise 3.3. There are only 3 exercises in linear equations, and the next with respect to the third chapter, we will be seeing exemplar exercises, each of the exercises of exemplar in the next coming videos. Okay, meanwhile, if you haven't checked my other videos, do check out the playlist with respect to chapter 1, which is real numbers, chapter 2, which is your polynomials, and this is your third chapter, and chapter 8 is in progress, which is your introduction to trigonometry. So do practice all of these questions, keep learning, and if you have any doubts, please do post them in the comments. Keep learning, and see you all in the next video. Please do share this video with your friends, and it will definitely be helpful. Till then, take care. Happy learning.